Hello everybody, I am Archana Rani. In this video lecture, we are going to discuss file class in managing input-output file in Java. These are the topic that I am going to cover in this lecture, that is introduction to file class. Then by using this file class, how we can create the file and how we can perform the operations on that file, that is reading and writing the character data or reading and writing the byte data. Let's we start to discuss the introduction to file class. In previous video we have already covered the stream classes, yes, and that stream classes also we can use it to perform the file operations, and this is the second way that by using the file class we can perform the file operations. So as I said it in file, for performing the stream classes operation in Java, we get it the classes in java.io package. Similarly, this file class also we get it in java.io package. This file class is provide the support for creating the files as well as the directory, and this class is include the several constructor. That constructor may help to instantiate the file object. By using this file class, we can perform the several methods that can be helped to perform the several functionalities or the operations on that file. So what are that operation? That are the creating a file, opening a file, closing a file, deleting a file, getting the name of file or getting the size of file, or checking that file is exist or not. If you want to rename the name, then you can rename it, checking the whether that file is writable or readable mode. These are the operations we can perform by using the stream file class. Let's we discuss how to create the file by using the file class. For creating the file, first you have to think for the four things. That means you have to decide the following things for the file handling. That are, first thing is suitable the name for the file. Second, what type of data you are going to store in the file. Third is what is the purpose that you are going to use that file, that is reading, writing or updating the data. And fourth one is what are the methods for creating the file. The file name should be a unique string of character which help to identify the file on a disk easily. And while considering the file name, you have to, this file name contain the two parts, that is primary name and second is optional period with the extension. Some example is given on the screen for the file name. That is, as I said it, that first one is primary name and the extension may be optional. Input data, test.doc data, inventory data, salary or student.text data, rand.dat file is given. These are the example for the file name. This is about the suitable name for the file. Second is data type. Data type is again important to decide what type of data we are going to store in a file, and what is the use of that file can be decided by the data type. Third one, the purpose of the file, that must be decided before using that file class object. The file is creating for reading purpose or writing purpose or both the operations, or you may update that file. Yes, and the details about this file stream object is shown in a next slide, that is in one figure. For creating the file, we have to follow the 5 steps. That steps are, first you have to select the file name, then declare the file object, then give the selected name to the file object declare, then declare the file stream object, and lastly connect the file to the file stream object. And these 5 steps is represented in a pictorial representation. First you have to select the file name along with the extension, that is optional. If you want you can give it or you may not initialize it. Second is you have to declare the file object. Once you declare the file object, then you have to give it the selected name to that file object which you have declared. Yes, and then you have to declare the file stream object, and lastly that file stream object, that is FIS, you have to connect with the file stream object. Let's we discuss, once you create the file, then how to read or write the character or the byte data. As we had discussed in a stream object that we can perform the two types of operations on a file handling, that is, you may read or write the data by using the character or by using the byte. Similarly, by using the file class also we can perform that two types of operations. Either you can read or write the data by character, or you can read or write the data by byte. Let's we discuss first how to read or write the data by character. And if you remember the hierarchy of the stream object, then for reading and writing the character, we have used the reader and writer class in a stream class. Here for the file class also we have to use it the file reader and file writer classes. By using these classes we can handle the characters in a file. Again, the read how we can read and write the data by using the stream and the file object. File stream and the file object is showing in a pictorial format. First you have to create the object for the file reader and file writer class. By using the stream object, you may read the character one by one character from by using that object. Similarly, by using the read method, you can write the object write the character by using the output stream object and the file writer object. The program for how we can read and write the character from the file is shown on a screen in a small program. As I said it, first you have to create the object for file reader and file writer. Here we have created the object in and out for reader and writer. Then we have initialized the object along with the file name. For file reader we use it the input file, and for file writer we use it the output file.txt file. Then by using the read and write method we can read the data from the input file, and by using the write method we can write the data into the file writer file. Finally, we can check it that if the file is null, then it should close the file. Similarly, for file writer also, if that file is null, then it should close it. Likewise, we can perform the operations in a file using the file class for reading and writing the character by character data. Yes. Let's we discuss how to read or write the byte data in a stream. For this also, if you remember the stream class hierarchy, we may use it the input stream and output stream. Similarly, for file class, we get it here file input stream and file output stream. So this is very related things to remember you as a student, that how you can write it. Don't be confused here for file class or the stream class. If you remember the hierarchy, then you can easily remember this either for the stream class hierarchy or for the file class hierarchy, because that name is almost same. For file class only you have to use it the file keyword before that class name. Yes. For example, file reader, file writer, file input stream, file output stream. By using this file input stream and file output stream, we can handle the bytes in a file. This in next slide I have shown it the program which help to how we can read the byte from the file and display that byte on a screen. Let's we see that program. And if you go through this program, and if you remember the previous program, that is reading and writing character, each and every line is almost similar instead of using the class name. Here we use it for byte writing, we use it the file input stream and file output stream. There we use it the file reader and file writer. Simply you have to change this file name. Rest of the program is same or as it is. So for reading the byte and writing the byte, you have to use it file input stream and file output stream. So you have to create it that file input stream object and file output stream object, and then by using read and write method you can read the data, and similarly you can write the data in output stream, and it will check it that if that file is null, either input file or the output file, then it will close it. This is all about how to read or write the byte data in a stream. In next video lecture, we will going to discuss the how we can take the input and output in an interactive format from the user. Thank you.